Good morning, students. Today we actually start the syllabus of 11th CBSE board as well as 11th state board. I am Professor R.P. Biradar, former lecturer in Rajarshi Shahu College, Latur, and Icon Physics Academy, Latur. And today we start the physics syllabus. Today we take a topic number 4 in CBSE textbook, part first, motion in a plane, and our state board book, topic number 2, mathematical methods. You might be heard the word scalars and vectors in the previous class. Only its concept is not known to you, but you may hear that words. So before going to study the actual topic, what we learn, what is the physics? You are the student of science. Anyone asks to you, what is physics? Then, so different scientists put forth different definitions of physics. And out of that, the convenient definition for our topic related is the physics is the science of measurement. What we measured in physics? Tell me. We measured in physics so many quantities. Which quantities? Physical quantities. What is physical quantity? Yes, you have learned. What is physical quantity? You think. What is the definition of the physical quantity? Yes, absolutely. You have the idea about the physical quantity. Which are physical quantities? Length, mass, time, temperature, current, voltage, density, power, energy, acceleration, force. So many are the physical quantities. So what is the definition of the physical quantity? So definition of the physical quantity. Physical quantity. Physical quantity. Yes. Tell me, what is physical quantity? Length physical quantity, time physical quantity, temperature physical quantity. What is the definition of the physical quantity? Any measurable property of the material body is called as physical quantity. Note down. Any measurable property of the material body is called physical quantity. Any measurable. Length is a measurable property. Time is a measurable property. Temperature is a measurable property. Mass is a measurable property. Force is a measurable property. Acceleration is also measurable property. And example, length, mass, time, temperature, current, voltage, power, energy, and density. These are the physical quantities. Now, how we measure the physical quantity? That is different thing. With the help of physical instrument, we measure the physical quantity. That is not the here to study. But here to study how the physical quantities are classified. Classification of physical quantities. Classification of physical quantities. Classification of physical quantities. Mainly, physical quantities are classified into two types. Number one, scalars, and number two, vectors. Classification depends upon their measurement. Classification depends upon their measurement. The physical quantities are classified into two types. Number one, scalars. Number two, vectors. And hence, name of the unit which we learned here is the scalars and vectors. Scalars and vectors. So, let us tell me, what is the definition of scalars? What is the definition of scalars? What are the examples of the scalars? Just you familiar about the term scalars. Length is a scalar quantity. Mass is a scalar quantity. Time is a scalar quantity. Temperature is a scalar quantity. Energy is a scalar quantity. Density is a scalar quantity. Volume is a scalar quantity. From this example, what you observed? From this example, what you observed? What should be the definition of scalars? Scalars are those quantities which requires only magnitude for its complete representation. For its complete representation. For its complete measurement, we require only the magnitude part. For example, mass of the substance is 10 kg. Mass of the substance is 10 kg. Mass of the boy is 50 kg. Only magnitude. Quantity important there. Quantity important there. How much quantity? No necessity to represent that physical quantity direction. Only the magnitude part requires. And that magnitude only requires that are the scalars. So, what is the definition of the scalars? Scalars are the physical quantities which requires only magnitude for its complete representations. Scalars are those physical quantities which requires only magnitude. Magnitude means number, quantity. Only magnitude for its complete representation. Complete representation. Note down this definition. Scalars are those physical quantities which requires only magnitude for its complete representation. What are the examples? Tell me, what is the example? Example of the scalars already Already we learned that example. What are that? Mass, time, temperature, amount of substance. Even though electric current is a scalar, and density, energy, power, so many are the physical quantities. So many are the physical quantities. Do you know the scalars? And scalars can be added or subtracted by using simple algebraic rules. Scalar quantities can be added or subtracted by using simple algebraic rules. In our algebra, we can add, we can subtract. So scalars can be added. 5 kg of mass is added with the 5 kg of another mass. Is there require any other type of the algebra? No. Our simple algebra used in scalars, addition, subtraction by using simple algebraic rules. And here, next physical quantity is the vectors. Next physical quantity, vectors. What is vectors? Tell me. Vectors. Yes. And can a vector added or subtracted by using simple algebraic rules? Can a vector added or subtracted by using simple algebraic rules? No. Vectors cannot be added or subtracted by using simple algebraic rules, because in algebra only magnitude part is to be considered, but in a vector magnitude as well as direction is to be required, and so therefore vectors does not obey simple algebraic rules. Simple algebraic rules. Now distinguish between scalars and vectors. Distinguish between, to understand clearly. Here scalars and here vectors. Scalars and vectors. First is the definition. What is the definition? It requires only magnitude for its complete representation, and here it requires magnitude as well as direction. Here you may write magnitude only, and here magnitude as well as direction. Both magnitude as well as direction. Do you understand? First distinguish definition. Scalar definition and vector definition. Second, so what is the second? The change of scalar is due to only magnitude. Change is due to only magnitude. For example, mass of the object is 10 kg. Now it is reduced to 8 kg. What is the change? 10 minus 8, 2 kg. Only magnitude there. And so therefore, change is due to magnitude only. Change due to magnitude only. Here, you keep in mind one of the example. Say displacement. Particle moves from A to B. Particle moves from A to B. And here displacement from origin of this particle is 10 meter and B is say 25 meter. From O particle A is 10 meter. From O, particle B is 25 meter. What is the change? Final position minus initial position. 25 minus 10, that is 15 meter. That is the change of magnitude. But the particle moves from A to B or B to A. Direction is not mentioned there. So therefore, here change, इथं चेंज काढायचं असेल, इथं चेंज काढायचं असेल तर मॅग्निट्यूडचा चेंज असतो, डायरेक्शनचा चेंज असतो किंवा दोन्हीचाही चेंज असतो. म्हणजे वेक्टर्समध्ये वेक्टर फिजिकल क्वांटिटी चेंज ड्यू टू मॅग्निट्यूड or direction or both. Change is due to the magnitude, change due to the magnitude or direction or both. Change due to the magnitude or direction or both, magnitude and direction. Second distinguished point. So what is the third point? It obeys simple algebraic rules. It obeys simple algebraic rules. Simple algebraic rules. Is it obeys simple algebraic rules? No. It does not obey. It does not obey simple algebraic rules. It does not obey simple algebraic rules. Then what kind of rules used for the addition and subtraction of the two vectors? So that we learn in the next lectures, that is geometrical methods used for the addition and subtraction of the vectors. That we learn in the next. So what are the vectors? What are the scalars? And distinguish between scalars and vectors. Distinguish between scalars and vectors. Now next point is the what? If you learn the number system, this is totally new topic to you. You learn the number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Then addition of 1 plus 1, subtraction 1 minus 1, multiplication and division. Like this here. So how to represent vectors? Scalars already you have learned, and important is the vector. And important is the vector that we learn. So therefore, next is the representation of vectors. Next point is the representation of vectors. How we represent a vector? That is the here next article is the representation. Note down. Next article, a representation of vectors. A representation of vectors. How we represent the vector? There are two methods for the representation of vectors. What are the two methods? The first, there are two methods for a representation of vectors. There are two methods for representation of vectors. Number one, graphical method. Number one, graphical method. With the help of graph, we can represent, with the help of graph, we can represent a vector. So for that, let us draw this figure. This is in a coordinate system. This is x-axis, horizontal line. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. In a coordinate system in a plane. This is in a coordinate system in a plane. We represent a vector by using graph, and this is graph, straight line, and this point, starting point A, end point B. Graphically we can represent a vector. Vector means always represent magnitude as well as direction. So therefore, length of the segment AB is equal to magnitude of a vector. Magnitude of a vector. Length of the segment. Length of the segment AB, magnitude. Length means, magnitude means 10 centimeter, 20 centimeter, that is a number. That is a number. Length means magnitude, that is a number. And arrow on the segment. Arrow. लक्षात येईल ना बेटा? Arrow म्हणजे बाण, धनुष्य बाण दाखवलेला आहे. Arrow on the segment. Arrow on the segment represent direction. And vector is always represented in magnitude and direction. Now, the point A is called as tail, and the point B is called head. What is the tail? Tail of the vector. लक्षात का रे? Tail म्हणजे safety. And what is the definition of tail of a vector? Starting point of the vector is called as tail. Starting point of a vector. Starting point of a vector is called tail, safety. And next, head. What is the definition of the head? Tell me. End point of the vector. End point. Vector चा starting आणि हा end point आहे. End point of the vector. End point of the vector. End point of the vector is called. End point of the vector is called head. पहा, टर्मिनॉलॉजी लक्षात आली पाहिजे. नेहमी तुम्हाला विचारतात हेड आणि टेल. हे आपले हेड आणि टेल कॉईनचे नाही, वेक्टरचे हेड आणि टेल. तर हा जो टेल पॉइंट आहे तो स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट आहे आणि हेडचा तो पॉइंट आहे तो एंड पॉइंट आहे. आणि व्हेक्टर कॅन मूव्ह पॅरलल टू इटसेल्फ. एक बेसिक आहे, अत्यंत इम्पॉर्टंट वाक्य लक्षात ठेवा. अ व्हेक्टर कॅन मूव्ह पॅरलल टू इटसेल्फ. नोट करा ते. अ व्हेक्टर कॅन मूव्ह पॅरलल टू इटसेल्फ. अ व्हेक्टर कॅन मूव्ह पॅरलल टू इटसेल्फ. a vector can move parallel to itself. Yes. What is the meaning of this? Here, this is a vector. This is a vector A. We can draw a number of vectors parallel to it without changing direction. This vector can move like this. It can move like this. A vector, या वेक्टर एला पॅरलल कितीही वेक्टर काढता येतं, कितीही म्हणत आहे मी, पण त्याची डायरेक्शन चेंज करू नका. पॅरलल टू इटसेल्फ म्हणत आहे. अ व्हेक्टर कॅन मूव्ह पॅरलल टू इटसेल्फ. समजा इथं एक वेक्टर काढला आणि इथं जरी काढला तुम्ही असं तर काढता येऊ शकतं. म्हणून मी काय म्हटलं, अ व्हेक्टर कॅन मूव्ह पॅरलल टू इटसेल्फ. या व्हेक्टरला पॅरलल व्हेक्टर आपण काढू शकतो. दॅट इज द बेसिक. कोटेशन मध्ये टाकून लिहा, अ व्हेक्टर कॅन मूव्ह पॅरलल टू इटसेल्फ. अ व्हेक्टर कॅन मूव्ह पॅरलल टू इटसेल्फ. ओके. इन द प्रीवियस व्हिडिओ we learned the scalars and vectors. What we learned in the previous? Definition of scalars, definition of vectors, examples, distinguish between scalars and vectors, and lastly we represent a vector by using graphical method. And today we continue the representation of a vector point, and second type of the representation of a vector is a analytical method. In analytical method, or we may call mathematical method, a vector can be represented as a letter, any English letter provided with arrow on its head. Arrow on its head, or in some of the textbook we write bold face letter, bold face letter instead of arrow on its head, bold face letter. म्हणजे हा लेटर जो आहे तो बोल्ड करायचा. परंतु आता अनेक टेक्स्टबुक मध्ये ही मेथड डिस्कार्ड केलेली आहे आणि लेटर provided with an arrow on its head, or in mathematics this can be represented only by either represented by vector letter on its head or bar. So that is the vector A. How we read this? Vector A, a representation, and its magnitude. Its magnitude we represent in mod symbol. दोन पॅरलल लाईन, त्यामध्ये लेटर लिहिला तुम्ही आणि त्याच्यावर ते एरो असेल तर याला वाचायचं काय? मॉड और मॅग्निट्यूड ऑफ वेक्टर ए. कसं वाचायचं? मॅग्निट्यूड ऑफ वेक्टर ए, मॅग्निट्यूड ऑफ वेक्टर ए, magnitude of vector A, that is the mod, or simply simple letter A. Not only A, any English letter A, B, C, D, E, F, either capital letter or small letter. We can represent vector A, vector B, vector C, vector D, or vector A, vector B, vector C, or vector D. Either capital letter or small letters. And its magnitude, how we represent magnitude of vector? Let us tell me. Mod of A, mod of B, mod of C, and mod of D. Like this we can represent. Or for this here, magnitude of vector A, or magnitude of vector B, or magnitude of vector C or magnitude of vector D. In this way, we represent, or simply A, B, C, D without arrow on its head, considered as the magnitude of that vector. Magnitude means what? सांगा बेटा मॅग्निट्यूड म्हणजे काय? आता समजा आपण एक वेक्टर A बरोबर F न्यूटन फोर्स घेतला मी 5 न्यूटन असं, तर हा वेक्टर जो आहे याचं मॅग्निट्यूड 5 म्हणजे अंक असतो, डिजिट असतो, आणि याचा मॅग्निट्यूड पार्ट म्हणजेच आपण स्मॉल, आता इथं असं मॅथमॅटिकली रिप्रेझेंट करतात 5 न्यूटन फोर्स अलॉंग एक्स ऍक्सिस, हे कॅप पुढे पाहायचं आहे, तर अशा टाइपचे याचा मॅग्निट्यूड बरोबर 5, याचा मॅग्निट्यूड बरोबर 5 मीन्स that digit represent the magnitude part of a vector and arrow on the segment gives the direction of the vector. So analytically or mathematically we represent a vector. In short, how to represent a vector? In analytical method, a vector is represented by any English alphabet letter, any English alphabet provided with arrow on its head or bar on its head, and its magnitude means in mod. In mod we represent that vector and we read that magnitude of vector. We read magnitude of vector A, magnitude of vector A, magnitude of vector B, magnitude of vector C, magnitude of vector D, and the symbols A, B, C, D are the magnitudes of the given vectors, are the magnitude of given vectors. So this only two methods are there for the representation of vectors. What is the graphical method? What we remember? In a graphical method, a vector is represented by magnitude as well as direction. Whenever the word vector is arise, then in your mind it is always represented in magnitude and direction. It is always represented in magnitude and direction. And so therefore we complete this point, that is the graphical methods. Now you observe this video 2-3 times. While watching this video, you have a register, a scale, pencil and pen. Note down the important points, and each and every video you observe at least 2 times so that your idea should be clear. Otherwise, any difficulty observed to you, you immediately contact with me, message me, or you can inform through WhatsApp. Whatever your difficulty, you can immediately clarify your idea with the help of WhatsApp. And so therefore, today we close this video first, and tomorrow we learn the next video with the next article.